Constantine, that money machine. I went to the doc, I called back and green. He say how money ain't everything you see. But we both know he is so boy. Is you time back? Getting to it, no handouts. Sitting down, I'ma stand out. Big ballin' like a ram route. You had the world, but you ran now. Stand out, cause you a clown, get bands now. I'm the man now. I need the money, I need it long time. I put that on everything that I love. Tony's and Diddy's and sometimes the gun. I put that on everything that I love. That's on that thing I love. Put that on my auntie and Uncle Sean. I need the money, I need it long time. I put that on everything that I love.
Do you have any feedback? Do you want to give our gameplay director, Mike Wang?
With the graphics, obviously are where they need to be. And the motions, the movements get better too. So just keep working on your craft. But, you're doing a good job.
Do you want to say anything to Mike Wang? Because we're actually going to have him on the show soon. So, do you have anything that...
Mike, can I get the logo, please? That's all I want. I've been dreaming this since I was little kids. Let me get a logo.
Anything else game specific?
Maybe a 99.
Okay. You've seen the trailers, you've heard the buzz. Well, today we're getting more NBA 2K22 details straight from the source. Here's gameplay director Mike Wang. I know you want to learn more about NBA 2K22, so here to talk about it is the source himself, gameplay director Mike Wang. Welcome again to 2K TV. Always a pleasure having you on.
It's a great pleasure being here again, Alexis. How are you doing?
I'm doing so well. So we're getting close to launch time, and you've released some details on your blog and social media. So tell us what's going on with NBA 2K22 that you can share with us.
Oh, well, there's so many things to share, Alexis. And the city got a big rework. Gen 4, there's a cruise boat. It's crazy. There's just so much going on with gameplay, an all-new defensive mechanic system that feels way better to me. It's a lot more fun, a lot more competitive, and just across the board, so many areas were touched. So I don't know where we want to start, but let's talk about some gameplay maybe.
All right, let's do that. What do you think the community is going to be most excited about with gameplay changes?
It's going to be a hard one to pinpoint. I'm going to say two things, but number one, because this is one of our biggest pillars for gameplay this year, it's going to be defense. And I think that's going to be just perimeter defense, body ups on the floor, movement, and how the players feel just in on-ball defensive stances and on-ball defensive situations. But at the rim, especially, and contesting shots. All that stuff was reworked. We have an all-new block system. It just feels much more rewarding on the defensive end of the floor, just making plays and getting stops. So I think that's going to be the most exciting thing for our community because it's just a much more balanced game and a much more fun game to play. And the second thing I'm going to say is, because this is one of my personal favorites, is going to be dribbling. I think that just all the stuff we've added there with the new combos and the new signature moves, this is going to be a lot of fun. So if you're a dribble guy, a dribble head, you're going to have a lot to work with this year.
What is Mike Wang most excited about with 2K22 gameplay?
Yeah, and that's, I think just what I alluded to is just the game feels way more balanced, and it makes more sense just in terms of how we're rewarding players if they are doing the right thing on the court. I know it sounds really general and really basic, but a lot of times in the past, sometimes you'd make the right play or do the right thing, but you weren't always rewarded for it. And in 2K22, I feel like that's it's much more just a one-to-one. If you make the right play, you get rewarded. You get the right stops, or you score. So just shooting open shots, taking high IQ shots, much more rewarded. It just feels way better to make the right play, get open, knock down those open jumpers. They're so much fun to play with. And Luka too, right? We brought in Luka from OCAP, and he gave us his patented step-back jumper and his moves, and for the nicest guy, and super funny. Just a pleasure to work with. So we're so excited that he's our cover guy this year.
And that's awesome. Can you tell us a little bit more about Seasons?
Yeah, so Seasons is going to be, we've had it in the past with my team. And the goal that Eric Benish wanted this year was to really extend the seasons across the entire game. So I'll speak to gameplay because that's my area. What we're doing with Seasons is we're going to try and release content throughout the entire year. So on day one, we've usually just thrown all the animations at you, all the signature moves and shots and everything. But we're going to try and roll that out across the year, just to kind of change the meta up a little bit, give people something to look forward to, and it's really going to, I think, just prolong the life of the game and make people just excited to try new things as the year goes on.
Mike, I know that a lot of players love making the dominant archetypes of NBA 2K and NBA 2K21. It seemed like it was the power forward. So, Mike, what do you think the dominant archetype will be for NBA 2K22?
That's a good question, because that's something that we're always trying to balance and tune, because we don't really want there to be one dominant archetype, right? So the power forward thing is fixed, and it's much more spread out in terms of the badges you get per position and heights and archetypes. But one thing we've really focused on was trying to make all the different heights and positions have unique strengths and abilities. So one thing that I think might actually be interesting is we might have a lot of smaller players this year. If you are 6 foot or under, you get a massive speed boost. You have access to higher ball handling ratings as well as like 3-point ratings. So a lot of people might gravitate toward that direction this year. Having said that, in our online test here internally, we've got a guy who plays as like a 7-foot center every single time, and he is so dominant in our games. So, I think it's a good mix, because I think you're going to have people who want to be kind of that in the middle road, small forward, power forward, and still kind of do it all. But you might see some players gravitate toward like point guards, small point guards even, and then like big centers, and hopefully we have the whole gamut covered, and it's a much more balanced experience overall.
What are the gameplay differences between Gen 4 and Gen 5?
That's an interesting question because we wanted to do our best to try to keep parity between Gen 5 and Gen 4 as much as possible. So all the stuff that I mentioned before, like the dribble moves and combos, all that's going for both gens. But Gen 5 has some great features that are exclusive to that generation because all the stuff we did with foot planting, a lot of tech with movement, that's all going to be exclusive to Gen 5. And we also have some pretty interesting features which we're going to probably go into in a little bit later with alley-oops and with dunks that provides a bit of a skill mechanic to those specific moves. So stay tuned for more on that. But they're a lot of fun to use, and yeah, I think our gamers are going to love just trying out these new features that are specific to Gen 5.
Well, thank you so much for giving us a preview of NBA 2K22. We are so excited for the game to release, and I know you are so excited as well. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you. It was great being here, and we're so excited for our fans this year. It's going to be a great year for NBA 2K.
Can we get a mic check from you just to make sure the sound?
Okay, DJ, here we go.
Okay, DJ Duarte. Do you have a goal for your overall rating for the end of this year?
I want to be the best. So I want to be good. I want to leave a legacy, especially have a whole country behind my back.
Right.
And like I've been saying, there's not a lot of kids make it out from the DR. So I do want to have the opportunity to do good things for those kids that coming behind me.
Do you have a ratings goal at the end of the season?
I feel like that I can get into maybe to the 80s this year, maybe 90s the year after that. But my goal is just to keep steadily building. I think I was at a 76. I think that's what I'm at. So get that to 80, and then bump it up and keep going from there.
And now that you're going to be in the game, are you going to play with your player?
Oh yeah.
YouTube.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. It's time for the NBA. Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. Last season, LeBron James set a career high in assists. And he said the assist has always been his favorite. LeBron said, it gives my teammates an opportunity to score. And that's what's always mattered to me. And that team-first mentality is just a big part of who LeBron is. Kevin?
Always looking to bring his guys with him. Thanks, David. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
First one falls for him.
Dennis Schroeder, the 17th overall pick in 2013 out of Germany. He's got a flair you don't associate with European players.
That one misses. Here's Powell. Colum up top. Lillard outside. And a miss there on the triple.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Here's James. That shot off. Now Portland takes it the other way. It's McCollum on the wing. Buries the long-range jumper.
Potent with and without the ball, McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
The pass to Drummond. Now Davis. Defended by Covington. And they double up Davis. Bounce pass Schroeder. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. You know, Smitty, a simple approach does wonders for him.
Kevin, you applaud the maturity of KCP to realize that he knew he needed to change his game to improve. Focusing on making the easy play has made him a very valuable member of this team.
Here's Covington, following the basket by Anthony Davis. And Lillard kicks to Covington. That's a 2 from Powell. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Here's James. Yes, that goes in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Pass to LeBron. Shoots from the elbow. Powell with the steal. And they're on the break. Lillard with nowhere around. And it's off from three-point range. Caldwell-Pope left side. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, AD attracts so much attention. He's learned to stay patient and just locate the open man.
Back to Lillard. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by Lillard.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
James finds Davis. Poke loose. Stolen by McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. Lillard again missing.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The finish shooter is much trickier than he used to be, has developed his skills to go along with the athleticism.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line. Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Harrell, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Davis. Matthews, he's checked in for LeBron. And it's Alex Caruso in for Caldwell-Pope. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Anthony's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Ken. you know, Ben Simmons, a player 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of the ball like. You did so well. Yeah, right. Great players.
That's good planning, and that's good execution, and that's a great look.
Pass to Schroeder. 1:22 left here in the opening quarter. Lays it up and banks it in.
Tremendous work inside by Dennis, using every inch of his frame to finish.
Here's Cancer. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
And that one drops.
And at Kuzma's size, he could do more of this. Crash the offensive glass, keep the possession alive.
And they pick up 2. Cantor's got 5 now. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Caruso. Inside, taken away by Anthony. And here's the break. And it's in there. Now, here's Kuzma. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Trailblazers leading by 6. Deep 2 from Anthony. Here's McCollum. Drops in the layup for 2. He's got 9.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Portland Trailblazers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll get right back to the action when we return. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who loves playing alongside so much talent.
You know, for me, it's super cool.
Well, Kuzma, Greg, has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Matthews. Tucker in at the small forward. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Harrell.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well. Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Norman Powell's checked in for Portland. Lillard comes in for McCollum. Lakers trail by 9. Caruso, the pass to James. Loads it up for Davis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You won't find a much better alley-oop partner. AD flying to the rim.
Powell for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Powell's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
LeBron passes to Caruso. The dish now to Davis. And there it is for him. He's got 6.
See, in the past, the contact might have discouraged Davis, but now he plays right through it.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And Davis pulls it down.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And that one's good. Drummond.
Credit the vision of LeBron. Leave even one guy open, he'll find him.
Here's the pass to Simons. Back to Lillard from deep 3-point range from beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And the Lakers decide to take their first timeout here. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
Is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
3-pointer, Lillard, and another 3 for Portland. And so it's the Lakers with it. It's a 10-point game. Covington against Davis. He dishes it to LeBron. Trying to get open is Davis, and LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Davis.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside. Go strong to the rim.
Nurkic can't hit. The Lakers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Aldwell Pope with a wide open look. They grabbed their own miss, and Davis puts it in.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Here's Lillard, and that one drops for him. Lillard's got 8 points in the quarter.
Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
Davis against Covington. Davis, the pass to Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
He has a monster wingspan, the elevation for his size. Drummond able to finish with authority on a consistent basis.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick, a shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles. And Portland with a change here, too. McCollum's checked in. Schroeder against Lillard. Back to Schroeder. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
Drills the 3-pointer.
riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
And finished off by Davis.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Now here's Covington. No points in the game yet for him. He kicks to McCollum. Launches a three. And the Trailblazers another three.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
LeBron dishes to Davis. To the middle. Here's Schroeder. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Over James. Tries from 10. Stolen by Davis. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. No one near James as he lets it go. Again, Los Angeles.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Lillard from outside. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
A high post shot, and that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got 12 in the game.
And for Dennis Schroeder, that's a shot the defense will give him because of his ability to blow by people.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. For Portland, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
They had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Here's Horton Tucker. No good with the wing jumper. And that does it for the first half of play. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 20 points and 2 assists. He's been a different player than he was their last outing when he was off his game. He's rounded back into form. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
It's been Dame time offensively. Leads by example and vocally. So skilled with the ball. Those handles are tough to slow down.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Lakers.
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
We play half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
On the floor for Portland. Clearing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And it's Lillard missing. Lakers trail by 7. Caldwell Pope right side. And that one is off. And for Portland, their shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's LeBron. 6 points for him. And the dunk by LeBron.
Not much anyone can do to stop that. LeBron flexing at the rack.
Lillard fires away from way outside. And another 3 for Portland.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
LeBron with it. He's got 8. It's shoots over Covington. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Good job by AD. Gets his feet set, on balance, shoulders squared, has the athletic flexibility of a smaller player.
And he got loose three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Covington. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Covington's got his first points in this one.
All-out effort all the time. Covington was undrafted, and he's worked his way into NBA minutes.
From deep, James. Drummond passes to Davis, and he gets the bucket. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
The reason why is not just scoring, it's the way he's doing it. Efficient. That's what you need at this point in the game.
McCollum kicks to Covington over Davis. He is hauled in by Los Angeles. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And the jumper off target to finish the break. Portland leading by 9 and stolen by Drummond. Poked away. Covington with the steal. Outside Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. Outside Covington. The three from McCollum. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
James looking it over. Knocked away. Nurkic with the steal. Here's McCollum. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Lakers trail by 12. Davis, the pass to LeBron. A three-pointer off the mark. The Trailblazers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Covington's shot is off. Los Angeles is getting blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Both teams deciding to change it up. Trailblazers leading by 9. Passes it to Anthony. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Caruso. And the layup is good. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Pass to Kuzma. Harrell against Collins. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Harrell.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Simons. Horton Tucker with the rebound.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Caruso. And the 3 off target.
And you could tell that triple was going to fall.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And it's Kuzma with the ball for Los Angeles. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Harrell. And the layup's good off the glass. Harrell's got 6.
On the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
And here's McCollum for 3. Collins dishes to Carmelo. The 3. And it's Simons missing. Lakers trail by 6. We've got a 9-second difference in the game clock. 3 from Matthews. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Matthews. And the Lakers making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Fernie Simons. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first free throw of the game. Both free throws good from Anthony.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Schroeder outside. It's Matthews on the wing. Can't nail the jumper. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter from beyond the arc. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Matthews. And Harrell's in at the center, filling out the middle. It's the 5.
Respect. LeBron showing the artistry that other players could only dream of.
Here's Lillard and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity. What a dribble move by LeBron. All you can do is sit back and admire it.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee.
And Covington sends it back. To the paint, here's McCollum. Nurkic finds Lillard. To the inside, Kuzma brings the double team. Kicks it out to Lillard. 6 to shoot. And here's McCollum for 3. The shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Schroeder passes to Matthews. And McCollum with the block. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Good on the three-point shot. And now an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Los Angeles calls timeout. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on it.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Andre Drummond's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Anthony Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Wesley Matthews. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He said, do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Thanks, David. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Lillard attacking, and it's sent back by Drummond.
It's amazing Drummond doesn't block more shots. He has a 9-foot standing reach.
Here's McCollum. Down low, Nurkic, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
So he picks up just one from the line that time.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite-level defender, guards multiple positions, and turns away a number of shots.
And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor. Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Trailblazers leading by 7. And there's the pass to Nurkic. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Outside, Davis. Here's Schroeder. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Powell for 3. Well, they'll get another chance. Covington kicks to Powell. Clock at 6. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Here's Nurkic. Covington trying to break free. And Nurkic gets it to go.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Trying to get open is Davis and Andre Drummond. The bucket on the assist by Schroeder.
In attack mode, Drummond getting aggressive as the game heats up.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. This is it to Lillard. Baseline jumper. That one wide left. Lakers trail by 5. To the inside. Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
As the stakes start to rise throughout a game, your stars have to rise to the occasion. Big shot by Anthony Davis.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're leading by 3. 1:33 left in the 4th. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Goodness. Say that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And Lillard throws it down.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through. Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
Powell for 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Schroeder outside, kicks to LeBron.
The defender is left helpless to stop that. LeBron with too many tools in the toolbox, and that killer instinct.
Lillard finds Powell. A 3 from McCollum. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. There's 38 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. There's 38 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Davis. Shot from the inbound. No good. 3rd miss. 9 for 12 shooting. Now McCollum from outside the arc. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
From deep. Nailed from three-point land. McCollum's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. Schroeder outside. Caldwell Pope outside. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David.
I've been inside my room since you left it, thinking about the place where we first kissed. And I don't